everyone, and welcome to the Dancing Bear Enlightenment Academy, the Holistic Transformation Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Beverly. Last week, I kind of went on a little long, telling you about my new program that's going live next year. Tonight, I won't go on so long. I'm recording in the evening, but this is for Monday, August 19th. And if you listen to a lot of astrologers right now, it's, oh, you should see this. It's a full moon and it's this special moon. And then they go on. And oh, the Democratic convention will be blah, blah, blah. And it's all so negative. I don't do that. I believe that we have to go through changes. Remember, this is the Holistic Transformation channel. And in order to go through a transformation, you have to get out of your comfort zone. So, you know what boiled frog syndrome is. I'm sure you've heard of it. And I'll let you look it up if you haven't, but I'm going to assume you all know what I mean. If you don't have an event, an energy, a something to wake you up, you boil, right? So the purpose of shifting energies causes you to stop and smell the roses and say, what's going on? Am I going in the right direction? What do I need to change? It might be personal, professional, spiritual, emotional, mental, I don't know, whatever. Depends on your astrology, what house things are in, what sun, moon, whatever. It's complicated. So you can't look at an astrology and say, you know, the generic astrology and say, well, this is how it will affect me. That's what's affecting things in general. And astrology is all about the energy. And you can use that energy in multiple ways. Like if it says this is a great time to travel, does that mean if you travel, you'll have no problems? No. It just means the energy supports your travel. You may still have a luggage issue or run out of gas or whatever, depending on how you're traveling. And if it says this is a bad time to travel, does that mean everything will go wrong? No. It just means the potential is there. So maybe you are a little more careful when you drive. You pay a little more attention. Maybe you don't speed. You just work with the energy. It's not the end of the world. If you're at a time that says, watch your health, so watch your health. Eat properly. Make sure you're doing whatever exercise you need to do and not overdo it. I have a friend who hadn't been exercising and she says, oh, I hurt so bad because I felt so good exercising. Well, if you haven't exercised in a while, exercising is really easy and then you pay for it the next day. You have to go slow, take it easy, build up. If you're used to exercising every day, then just when it says be careful of your health, don't over exercise. Just stick to your usual routine. So that's how you work with the energy. So if you're caught up into things and you're not self-aware, unfortunately, there's a lot of people out there who aren't self-aware. If you're watching this channel, you're probably self-aware. I'm going to assume you are. A lot of animals are not self-aware. Okay, so by the time you become a human, you should be self-aware. Unfortunately, today we have a lot of people that are just they're in la la land. I don't know. I have maybe too much TV. As people who follow me know, I don't even own a TV. I grew up without TV. My parents bought a TV when I left home to go to college. Okay, so I came home one time and my dad was watching some show. I don't know. And I go, what is that? Ugh. I never got turned on to TV. And especially the news. Don't watch the news. We all know it's all lies. So why would you waste time watching news? That's crazy. So create the life you want to live and look at things like the energy coming on August 19th. It actually started August 8th, which some people say August 8th isn't a real holiday or it isn't a real event or somebody made it up, but actually it's a day of Christ consciousness. It's a very important day. And in August 8th of 2008, there was a certain energy. Then we had it again this year because we're in an 8 year again. So we had another 888 Lionsgate, and the energy changed. So if you've been having trouble sleeping, too much sleeping, not enough, couldn't sleep, whatever, things have been kind of crazy this whole month. It probably started around August 8th. Of course, the whole energy this year. I think the energy starting in around January of 2020 have just been becoming more and more intense every month. And tomorrow will probably be a peak time, but it's not going to end till around December. So we're going to hit a peak. It just keeps going. So work with the energies, meditate. If you don't know how to meditate, use my free program, Home for Success. It teaches you so many different kinds of meditation. So one of them will work for you. And you use different meditations if you've got monkey mind versus you're restless versus you don't feel good. There's different meditations to help you through those types of situations. We all go through those at various times. And this energy coming at us affects all of us differently. How it affects me will be different from how it affects you because we all have different star alignments. I know people who were actually born the same day and year I was, but they were born. I even knew one person who was born at the same time, if you take into account the time difference, but he was born several hundred miles east of me. I think he was born in Michigan and I was born in California. So we had different ascendants. So even though the rest of our chart looked very, very similar, we were as different as night and day. So even people born on the exact same birthday, time and year, or what have you, but a different place, or maybe the same place but a different time, will be different. We're each as unique as our fingerprints. So don't assume that just because one person is going to have something happen to them that'll happen to you. So don't be the boiled frog. Just say, okay, we had a new moon recently, and that's a time when you manifest what you want. And a full moon is when you reap the rewards. So this is a big culmination of conflicting desires. We have two extremes right now, not just in this country, in the whole world. We have an extreme left and an extreme right, where one side wants everything as liberal and crazy making as possible, and the other side wants everything the old way that we used to do things. And we're going into the age of Aquarius. The old way isn't going to work anymore. We have to change. We have to tear down the old structures that we used to use. They're not working. Do you think our government works? It hasn't worked for a long time. I'm old enough to see it go into the toilet. Right now, our government's in the toilet. What do we need it for when it's this bad? I mean, I just saw a well-known, very infamous politician give a talk, and at the talk, she was actually obviously drunk. And I don't mean Pelosi, who I've seen times people say she drinks vodka instead of water. I don't know if that's true, but vodka's clear and the water's clear. And there have been times when you could tell she was not 100%. And this other politician apparently recently did the same thing. So what kind of politicians are they? There's no polish. What happened to all the polish? I mean, at least when they lied to us before, they did it with a straight face. Now they can't even do it with a straight face. They just sit there and laugh at you while they lie. So we don't need that. We know we don't need it. So we need change. And that's the energy we're being given right now. That's the possibility that we have for change, to wake up. Who are you? What do you want? What do you need? What does your soul want? What does your soul need? Why are you here? Do you know why you are here? What do you need mentally? What do you need emotionally? And what do you need physically? And are you getting that in your spiritual life, your professional life, and your personal life? You have to balance those three lives. And so I would say those are questions for you to ponder for this week, and for, if you're watching this on the 19th, for the 19th, but if you're not, then for this week. And so new moons follow 2 weeks after full moons. So let me see. Sorry, I can't talk and type at the same time, and I should have looked this up ahead of time. But I have a meditation that I do at the new moons. The next one will be September 1st. Oh, and we have some big energy changes happening August 31st and September 1st. So that'll be a great time. So we will do a new moon meditation at 8 a.m. That's a Sunday. So I do it on the Sunday closest to the new moon. And I think September 1st is the new moon, actually. I think it's on the same day at 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And you're free to join us for the meditation. And if you say, oh, I can't get up at 8 a.m. on a Sunday, well, then watch it later. But just when you start the meditation, just by your intention, say, I join the energy with the group. And because time is an illusion, it doesn't exist. So you can just be with us in the moment, even if you do watch it later. Just leave us a comment that you watched it later, so we know that you joined your energy with us. So that's when you create something new. So if you're looking around right now and going, okay, what we're harvesting right now is not what I want. I want peace. I want the Middle East to stop fighting each other. I want Ukraine and Russia to stop fighting. I want Iran to stop causing trouble. I want Saudi Arabia to stop causing trouble. I want Israel and the Palestinians to stop causing trouble, et cetera, et cetera. And the three-letter agencies of this country that cause problems all over the world, I want them to stop. You can say that at a new moon. This is my future. This is what I want to see. I want world peace. There was a movie, what was it? Miss Congeniality. And they kind of made a joke that all the contestants said, I want world peace. Oh, I want world peace. But you know, they made fun of it. But actually, don't we all want world peace? Don't we all just want to live our life and not have to send our children off to a war that we don't agree with, which some rich guy decided to have a war, funded both sides, gave arms to both sides, and then after they bombed everything, then they send in their contractors to rebuild. That's how they make all their money. That's why they're billionaires and we're not. We can put a stop to this. And that's what we can do when we do it together. So the more of us that say enough, we want peace, we want equality, we want economic equality, we want social equality. Social equality is not when you separate people. It's not when you say, well, you have the wrong color or the wrong religion. It's when you say, I don't care what your color is, I don't care what your religion is, you're still welcome. Okay? We get rid of this divisiveness. And we start living together as humans in peace and love and harmony. And we can generate that if we all come together and say, this is what we want. And the energy of that will create the reality. That's how you manifest. And it's easier to manifest as a team, as a group. So come together. If you know of other groups that do meditations, that's fine. Join with them. And meditate with whatever groups you like and manifest the future that you want to see. Okay, so that's my message for today of this big, huge energy shift that's going on. Just enjoy it and go with the flow. Blessings to you all. And remember to be the light we want to see in the world.